Well, tonight we're hearing from some Clark County school bus drivers about why they're late, often picking up students.
In a Fox 5 investigation, we found out buses on 2 different bus routes rarely showed up on time, and sometimes they did not show up at all.
Fox 5's Kylie Gaylor dug deeper to find out why.
When this story aired back in February, so many people across the community reached out. The majority of those people were parents or students who related to these families. They said their buses are never on time either. Then there were a number of bus drivers who were pretty frustrated. So I sat down with 2 drivers to find out what's keeping these kids waiting. Both drivers didn't want to show their face on camera.
I am late sometimes. I'll be honest, I am late.
CCSD bus drivers don't deny it.
I have to walk around a whole bus yard to find a bus that may or may not work.
They're late to pick up kids in the morning.
This bus come late every single day.
My bus won't start, my bus is breaking down.
But they told me it's not their fault.
They double up our routes to where we're late to our schools, and late not 5 minutes, we're talking 25, 30.
At this point, we're lucky if the bus even shows up.
Clark County School District spokesperson Christian Sear told me, I understand it's a source of frustration for everybody. Adding to the bus drivers' frustration, they say they're short-staffed and underpaid, and none of this is new.
Over the last, I would say probably like 10 years, it slowly have gone down the hill.
There's a lot of turnover, but these 2 keep coming back.
13 years, yes.
Both of these women have made the wheels on the bus go round for more than a decade.
Been with the school district for 18 years.
Why?
It's always a joy when I see kids that I've driven 10 and 15 years ago when I run into them at either other schools or in the street.
But that joy is fading.
The morale is changed dramatically.
CCSD told me they're short more than 100 drivers. They work a split shift. They're only guaranteed 6 hours a day for 9 months.
We're forced to get other jobs to work during the summer months.
CCSD told me the schedule keeps drivers from coming back, not the salary. When I brought up salaries to the district, they told me it's competitive with Valley bus drivers, and all of our employees got a 3% raise this year. Bus drivers, all support staff, teachers, administrators. Not technically. It was a one-time 3% payment, a bonus. CCSD couldn't tell me a date, but they said the drivers got a raise within the last few years. The drivers gave me a different answer. When was the last time you got a raise?
Wow, I can't even remember. It's been a long time.
Haven't in the last 4 years.
In 2006, one driver told me she made $14.29 an hour. Today, she makes $15.30 an hour. Her salary went up by only $1.01. That's a little over 7% in 13 years.
It's awful.
From 2016 to 2017, their bosses, the transportation directors, got a raise. Transparent Nevada says Karen Johnson made $106,000 in 2016. The next year, she made more than 12% more, $119 grand. Shannon Evans had a similar raise. They also get benefits and, quote, other pay. Other problems?
I've had the aide not be there or show up late.
And she can't leave her bus lot without the bus aide to help her special needs students.
This whole week, I'm supposed to leave the yard at 6:15. I've left the yard at 6:40. I've left the yard at 6:05. On Tuesday, I left the yard at 7 o'clock because I was waiting for an aide to show up.
But when she calls the office,
they don't have any extra aides, so I have no choice but to wait.
While she waits for an aide, students are left waiting for a driver. Here's what CCSD told me when I asked if the bosses ever fill in. Absolutely. Our transportation administrators often fill in for bus routes when we don't have a driver.
Are you kidding me? No. In high heels? I don't think so.
They don't know how to put a child in a seatbelt or a vest. How'd they get their job?
CCSD told me they couldn't comment on the bus driver's perception, but they hope to create a positive climate.
A lot of people aren't happy.
Talking to us is what they're doing to try to make a change for the parents and students who wait for them to show up every day.
I don't want to tell them not to be frustrated, because if my child rode on a bus, it is frustrating. but maybe not take it out on the bus driver.
Continue to complain, because eventually, if you continue to complain that, the issues with the bus service, eventually something will happen.
The school district told me they're working on some new programs to keep drivers coming back. Right now, 125 drivers are working in different parts of the district, like in the cafeterias during the middle of the day, so they can get a full 8 hours of work. Kyla Gaylor, Fox 5 News, local Las Vegas.